It's time to raise the roof for our latest regular season episode. Welcome back to the pod, everyone. I'm your host, Alex Murphy. With me today, my co-host, Evan Lynch, and Gibby's going to be coming on later, so stay tuned for that. But Evan, how we doing, man?
Good, good. How are you doing?
Can't complain. The Rays have been way better than I thought.
I I
Like,
I am prepared to eat a lot of my words. I
yeah,
know it's still early in the season, but I am prepared to humbly accept that at this point in the season I'm at least wrong. So we can
yes.
get into that a little bit later, which I am pleasantly surprised by. But no, yeah. So, I mean, 6 out of 7 winning. It was a weird series, or it was a weird road trip, just a three-gamer on the road, which is kind of strange. Um, but yeah, we can get into that in a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you look at what the Rays have done recently, especially, that series in Cleveland, I do wonder how much the rain did play a factor into it, whether that killed momentum for the Rays or whatever it might be. But to take 2 out of 3 there, and then coming off a homestand where you were able to take 4 of 6, especially sweeping the sweeping the Twins, as you mentioned, the six wins in last 7 games overall. That dates back to the last game in the Red Series, of which Nick Martinez pitched an absolute gem. He pitched another gem against Cleveland, which I think he's only given up. What is he now? I think I said it in just like as an opening to the last pod. He's given up like 1 run in his last 15 innings. Now I don't know how much you should actually take into account and affect everything when it comes to spring training, but I do legitimately. I mean, it can't all be legit. Like he had to have been working on stuff because no one, I think, expected this kind of success from him after what he did. Like if he put up like a 4 ERA, I would, maybe there was something to it, but like a 170 ERA and one of the best pitchers in baseball, I did not expect.
No, I mean, he's been the sign of the offseason. I mean, you could argue he's been our best player. He's been unbelievable. I mean, yeah, like you said, he went 8 innings. And I mean, he probably could have gone nine. I mean, he was at like 90 something pitches.
Yeah,
Like, I
and he
think
could have
he,
gone more in the game against Cleveland too. It wasn't like he was out of gas or anything. Like I think he was only at like 70 or 80 pitches.
yeah.
He was under, I believe, 85 pitches, almost guaranteed 90 pitches for sure. So he could have gone out into the eighth if he wanted to.
Yeah, no, I mean, but he's been spectacular. Like, I mean, he's kind of been the ace of this rotation so
Yeah.
far. And like you said, he did not have a good spring training, but he did say, I mean, it's kind of cool that he was like, don't, he kind of had that mentality of don't worry about it. Like, I'm reading a quote. He said he was like, a lot of this spring was me trying new things that they were recommending, and a lot of it was, yeah, trying to feel out. So, um, yeah, I mean, when that happens, and then you kind of back it up with your play in the real season. I believe that, and he's been incredible. He got paid what 12, 13 million, which is looking like a
Yeah, I
heck of a
believe it's
deal.
13. It was 9 and then there was the mutual. Like he was going to end up getting 13, but it was base salary of 9 million this year and then a mutual option, whatever it is, the buyout was like 4 mil for next year if they don't want to re-sign him again, which I doubt that they would considering what the option would be for 27.
Yeah, I mean, and he's 35, but whatever. That's a next season type issue. So
Yeah.
I mean his stats are incredible. He's 2-1 with a 1.7 ERA and a one even whip. Which is fantastic, especially for what he's kind of our fourth or fifth starter.
Yeah, I mean coming into the year, I think he was projected to be what I'm trying to think. I think Matt's was probably going to be the 5 if you think about it, because Matt's was kind of at times he was stretched out last year, but in the grand scheme of things, he was more of a long reliever than he was a starter. So I think if we were going to categorize things, he would probably have been the 4.
and maybe even three, just because Shane hasn't pitched in 2 years, so
Yeah.
you never.
So like at best
Um,
a 3, at worst a 4 is what I would have presumed.
and I guess you could move him up even further because Pepio is probably going to be our second, and he hasn't pitched an inning this season yet.
Well, I think if
Um,
you look at the rotation, I think that the expectation was that, of course, Pepio was going to be healthy. And then who was the? Yeah, it was. I mean, I thought in my head it was going to be. Um, Drew was going to be the one, Pep was going to be the two, Shane was going to end up becoming the three, Martinez was going to be the four, and Max was going to be the five. Um,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, now like Jesse Schultens is essentially the five.
Which I mean,
He's
he's
been
looked
fantastic this
he's
year.
looked great. He didn't that Reds game. It was what 2 Mondays ago, I think. He had the he that definitely had some mistakes, and the Reds
Yeah.
offense is good enough to take advantage of that. But whatever, that was a while ago. But anyway, going back to this series against the Guardians, it was all. I mean, the Monday game. That was a textbook steal. I don't know how we won that game. That was a game I don't think we deserved to win. Ryan Vilade is incredible.
He
I
has
think he,
been another guy who I'm eating my words about because
yeah,
I didn't expect. And again, when the Rays pick up these guys, considering how some of these players have done, and I don't want to put in the direct comparisons of guys, but if we want to do direct comparisons, like Hunter Fiducia being brought in, like we've already seen what Alex Jackson did in a rather large sample size with the Rays and was not successful. So that was a guy that people had concerns about. Valade, I'm sure people had concerns about him kind of looking like Christopher Morel to an extent of someone who was good or supposed to be good against a certain type of pitcher, and then wasn't fully good, or I guess not fully good in the sense of Morel not having a good season. But Valade has been fantastic. He's been a very good bench piece. I've wanted the Rays to have good bench pieces. Like not as much this year, but I use the Phillies as what I would consider to be a team that has some good bench pieces. So like recently, Edmundo Sosa, Otto Kemp, um, Weston Wilson, guys like that are good pieces to come off the bench and do things. And I think that Valade is fitting in that role nicely for the
mhm.
Rays.
And I just feel like I mean this is based on total field, no statistics whatsoever. So if anybody wants to prove me wrong, please do it. But I feel like this team is a heck of a lot better than last year's team was against lefties. And like Valade is a huge reason for that. Like I mean, you look at recent past and Everay's hitters. They were more so power hitters, but like the platoon guys like Hunter Renfroe, you mentioned Morel, um, they didn't come close to what Vilade is doing. Granted, like I said, it's only been a half a month or it's been a month of the season, so
Yeah, but I
still
mean, this is
super
better than
early.
he's done it all like in his entire career.
Right. But he's kind of given me the Ahmad Rosario vibes from what 3 years ago when he just was very good against left-handed hitting. Um, And I mean, Parker Messick, who started that game on Monday for the Guardians, he has been one of the best pitchers in the game. Like he has a .88 WHIP, 1.73 ERA, and the Rays they didn't score a lot of against him, but they made him work. I mean, he went 5 2/3 with 95 pitches. He did have 9 strikeouts, but they made him throw pitches. He didn't get through six, and they were able to get to the bullpen. So, and Steven Matz also looked great too. Don't I can't look past that.
He's been
He
strong
made
this year. I know that he's hit some blips here and there, but in a general sense, he's been a very strong pitcher for the Rays, which I've been
he,
very happy about.
I mean, I wouldn't even say the home run that Schneemann hit was a mistake. It was a good pitch. And I still don't know how Schneemann hit that out. But yeah, he went 7 innings, four hits, two earned, one walk, only 2 strikeouts, which I know he's not a pitcher, but that's pretty insane. And 95 pitches. So,
So I was going to ask you
um,
quickly about Mets. Did you like coming in? Were your expectations of him higher than they were for Martinez? Because mine, for whatever reason, I felt way more confident in Mats than I did in Martinez.
I'm the opposite. I don't know. I don't know what it in spring training. Maybe I think when they signed each player, I'm gonna go based on that because spring training
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
changed
no,
my
no, that's
mind
what I was
on
talking about. I
Martinez.
wasn't talking about spring training,
Um,
just the
when
signings
when
themselves.
they signed him, I was definitely more optimistic about Martinez. I don't know why. Maybe like it could be a reason just because I had Martinez on my fantasy team like a year or two ago, and he was awesome, and I just had that like mentality ingrained in my brain that it's like, hey, this is a good pitcher. 13 mil might have been a lot, but
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I didn't think Matt's really stood off the page a whole lot, but he's once again, I couldn't have been more wrong. Like this is an episode of me just eating all of my words, and I am ready to do so, and I'm happily doing it because the Rays are playing really good baseball. Um, Also, Ian Seymour's another guy I think we need to talk about in this series against the
He's
Guardians.
been
he
he's had his struggles
I know he hasn't
for
looked good
sure.
this season, but he had two really awesome outings in the Monday and Tuesday game. Where he didn't look great, but he was able to get through, get an inning. I think he only went two and a third on the Tuesday game, but he was able to get in there on Monday and got an inning pitched, gave up a walk but struck out two, um, and got through it, got the hold, and then Brian Baker locked it down.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think he was thrown into a pretty crazy situation on the Tuesday game, and he was able to get through it without giving up a run. So he deserves some flowers for those two performances too.
I will say, I've been bit too many times by Rays pitchers not doing well and then going elsewhere or just having bad seasons after, being so like Kevin Kelly pissed me off a lot last year. He has not been nearly as bad as he was last year, which is like that's a positive for this team considering how many guys are currently on the IL. I mean, on top like Pepio was moved to the 60 day. Uceda was moved to the 60 day. Clevenger is still working his way back. Those are three. I mean,
Rodriguez is on the
yeah,
60
yeah,
day
yeah.
still.
Manrod is out. On the bullpen side of things, probably your three best relievers. Well, depending on how you want to look at Brian Baker, but coming into the season, I'm sure how people viewed things. Potentially your three, or I don't know, because those five, if you include Baker and Jackson,
Yeah.
whatever it is, but three
And
of
you
your
lost
best
your
five relievers in a general sense were either hurt coming into the year or got hurt earlier in the year. Um,
and if you want to throw, I mean, in terms of comparing it to last year, you also lost your best reliever to free agency. So that's another like you're kind of without your six best relievers from last year, which is kind
yeah,
of
I mean,
crazy.
four of your six best relievers aren't there, and I know that not all of them were there to start the season. Four of them were. So your best four relievers, technically to start last season, it would, depending on how you consider Manrod, knowing that he was injured, but when healthy, your four best relievers are no longer there, or are all either not there or hurt, and then Jackson Baker are kind of doing their thing. Still not convinced on Jax by any means. There's a lot of things that he needs to work out. I know that like spot start, quote unquote, he looked pretty solid in that. So I do wonder if the Rays are considering trying to like stretch him out more, turn him potentially into a starter if they want to. Um, because maybe just the high leverage thing, it doesn't seem like it seems like Baker has more of that like closer type energy that the Rays want.
Yeah,
Like he fits the
he's
mold
a
that
psycho.
Heat had.
He's a psycho, and I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Yeah, yeah, it's the
It's
same
kind of
thing as
like
Pete.
yeah, exactly. You need a like an insane person to be a closer. That the more insane you are on the baseball field as a closer, the better you probably are. Um,
Yeah,
and
and I don't know if Jax quite has what Baker has.
he definitely you can tell. I mean, he was unbelievable for the Twins. He has the talent. Maybe
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
mental thing, but going back to your point about the bullpen, I think it definitely is like I still don't think it's like a top 10 bullpen in the MLB. It's talented. But it's definitely finding its rhythm a little bit more. I think, like you said, they were kind of out of place, and I don't think Cashin necessarily knew how to manage it earlier in the season just because of how many moving pieces there were.
yeah. He's done a
And
lot better job of managing the bullpen
right,
recently, I will say.
because I think they've played their ways into their roles.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I agree with that.
And Kelly, like Kevin Kelly's a guy who, and I think that's actually Ian Seymour and Kevin Kelly are two guys who have kind of have maybe it was a mental thing. I don't know. Maybe they had the yips kind of earlier this season, but they have definitely found their rhythm. I mean, Kelly's down to a 4.26 ERA, which is unbelievable
I mean,
considering.
considering how horrible he was last
Right,
year,
like
had to be a start to the season for him.
he was unpitchable last year and earlier this season, and he's down to a 4.26. Like that's a win. Ian Seymour down to a 6.75. I mean, his first outing this season, he gave up what 7 runs in that game against the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was not a good outing.
And Cole Sulzer, just going down the line of the bullpen in the Tuesday game. He has been on a roll recently. I don't have the
Yeah.
stats in terms of um, how
And
he's
the
been in the
Rays have
last
needed these
couple
guys
months.
too. It's not like, these guys are expendable guys. Like the Rays have needed these guys because of the injuries that have accrued in the bullpen.
Right. and I mean, he was able to give Brian Baker off on Tuesday in that 1-0 win. He got the save, not a 1-2-3 inning, but 16 pitches got. I mean, he has a 3.24 ERA. Like that's, I mean, he's not a closer, but still not bad for. He's probably one of our worst arms in our bullpen, and he's been incredible in the last couple weeks. So it is nice to see the bullpen kind of figure out what's going on, and the Rays record as a team reflects that.
Yeah, it's a slowly but surely thing. As our other co-host Gibby joins from is it gloomy Ohio? What's the vibes in Ohio right
Oh,
now?
it's pretty. It's gloomy. I mean, look at that.
Oh, it's blue skies.
Oh, it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it
I
looks
mean,
like a
there's a
nice
cloud
day.
over there.
Look at
But
Ohio.
It is Ohio,
yeah,
though. We can't. It's
yeah,
not that nice.
yeah. We're in Columbus right now. I
Oh,
was closer to Cleveland. Uh, I guess they weren't too gloomy about the Guardians losing the series, but they cared more about just the weather always being like this. But it's good. When I got Before I got here, it was like 70-degree weather, and then when I got here, it like stayed at 55. But yeah, I mean, it's great to be here. The Rays are playing great. Lost the last game of that series, but who cares? We went on a little 5-game winning streak. A lot more than I was expecting, from this base stand we had. Uh, but I don't have very much time. Uh, I'd like to pick. Well, first of all, Ryan Delay's been a badass for this team. It's been very good. Uh, Yandy was great this whole series. I mean, just continues to prove be the most underrated player in the MLB. Uh, and then Cole Sulser has really turned it around. Really like what he's been doing. Brian Baker's a badass. Well, you guys were talking about the bullpen earlier. I mean, the pieces they're coming together a little bit better. So it's been a pretty good situation going on for the Rays. Not what I was expecting. It was a very quick turnaround. We were very mad like the first 2 weeks, and then they kind of went back to normal. Nick Martinez is a badass. I mean, I don't even know when we've had guys. Have we ever had a guy who's pitched two back-to-back 7-inning plus games? Uh, I can't remember the last time that even happened. So,
Yeah, it's not something
and
that happens a lot with this team.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, he's just super effective. He munches on innings. Uh, who else am I forgetting? Hmm. Jonathan Aranda's been on his comeback.
Yeah, Aranda's like
yeah.
Uh,
I wanna
second in the
talk.
AL in RBI, right?
it's been
Is he a home run hitter now? Like because I mean his average is still pretty low, but I mean yeah he's leading the team
I
in the
guess so.
RBIs. Like I was thinking it's like did he change his approach? And I wanted to get your guys' opinions on that. Like it seems like he's kind of a power hitter guy now.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely. I feel like when you have Yandy, who's like basically supposed. You would think he's a home run hitter, but he's not really. I mean, he does hit bombs when he wants to, but he's more of that uh, just productive, get on base kind of guy. And then we have a lot of kind of get on base guys, like Chandler Simpson. So I bet there might be a reason to that. Maybe Kevin Cash told him dive into the power a little bit more, uh,
Yeah.
show it off a little bit more. So
I mean,
yeah, but he's been really impressive. That one game where Junior and Aranda hit 2 home runs, that was one of the best games I've watched because I don't even know when the last time that happened. Two Rays hitters hitting 2 home runs in the same game. Uh, it's kind of unbelievable for this franchise at least. But yeah, I mean, Jonathan Aranda's been he was a little slump at the beginning of the season, but now he's right back to where he was. So I hope he just keeps climbing and we can get him back into the MVP conversation like he was last year, kind of. Uh, but yeah, I got to get back to where I was going. So,
Well,
or
Gibby,
where I am. One more
well,
thing, yes.
give us your players because I know that you don't have much time. Give us your keys to the series against the Giants and then your players of the
Keep Joan Lee in the park, but he's not been as good as he was in the beginning of 2025, so that doesn't really matter too much. And then I forgot what that one angry bullpen guy's name was, but when you just like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you to all the players, and he tried to start a fight with I forgot who it was. Was it the Cubs? No, somebody else.
I have to
But
go back and remember that. I'm sure
yeah,
that I
yeah,
did.
but that guy is a firecracker. So let's try not to anger them, so we don't get any of our players injured from ball to the ridge or something. Let's play ethical baseball, just for this series because the Giants seem kind of hot-headed this year. Well, I've seen that from the Giants. I haven't seen that since like Lincecum left. Like that era of Giants. Uh, so yeah, they got a little bit of fire in them. So just keep them in the ballpark. Don't anger the bullpen. Don't get into a slinging baseballs match.
No kerfuffles.
No kerfuffles.
No. So then and then who are your players for this series if you had to pick a couple guys?
Ooh, give me Ryan Blade because I said that earlier. I mean, he's just been. I like usually this pinch hitter shit. It doesn't really work out. Like we try to bring in a guy like that who can't really adjust to the moment out of through being ice cold, on the bench. But Ryan Blade's done that multiple times, and when he gets his start, he does good, and he's just been that average has been climbing. He doesn't have as many bats as the other guys, but he's super effective. So I mean, he's going to be my hitter, and then pitcher. Is Nick Martinez pitching again this series?
No, because he pitched on. Well, he might pitch the Sunday game because he. No, he pitched the
No.
Tuesday game of the series, so that means he wouldn't be available for this.
Yeah, he'll pitch next
All
Monday.
right,
Yeah.
give me Clanster. Give me Clanster.
All right.
Shane McClanahan. Shane
There we
McClanahan.
go. I like it. That's a good pick. All right.
All right,
Well.
guys.
All right. Well, we'll leave you to it. Enjoy
Yeah.
Ohio.
See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, Gibby reporting live from the. How do we describe
Did he
all?
say Columbus?
Well, I guess he's not in Columbus, or is he? I don't. I didn't think he said he was in
The,
Columbus.
the Buckeye State, right? Isn't that
Yes,
it?
I mean it is the Buckeye State. That is true. I don't know if there's any Rays players who are from Ohio necessarily or went to a school in Ohio. Well, no. Ryan Pepe went to Xavier.
Did
No, he
he?
went to Butler. I'm an idiot. He went to Butler because he's an Indiana guy.
Midwest. They're all
Yeah.
the,
No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. No, but yeah, thanks to Gibby for joining us for a little bit. But I mean, he brought up a lot of good points about this team and points that we've already talked about. Um, I think that there is a lot to like about this team. There's also a lot of things to not like about this team in a general sense. Like there are a lot of holes that still need to be patched. The bullpen is a major one. The defense has gotten better, but there's still holes in the defense. Chandler Simpson keeps trying to not hit the baseball on the ground, which is probably a big reason why his average has dipped as much as it has. Now, hitting 400 is unsustainable, at least in this world, this era of baseball. But I mean, he keeps trying to lift the baseball, and he does not have that power.
yeah, I mean, he's still batting 314. The OBP is kind of low for an average that high too. Oh, it's actually really low, 349. He's not walking. He is striking out a lot more too. But yeah, I do not understand. He should be swinging down on the baseball every single time. The ball should hit the ground every single time he swings the bat. Like no offense, maybe he hits a home run one day, but that's not what you're in the lineup for.
That
And Chandler, if you bat three above 300 and you never hit a home run, that's cool with me. Like I'm not expecting you to hit a home run.
and
So
like
just
he
hit it
can
on the
lift the
ground.
ball, but like line drives, like not try to not fly balls. Like try to hit line drives to the gap, hit line drives down the line. Like that's what he should be focusing his energy towards. And I'm sure that he is, but in the general sense of he needs to like that is his bread and butter because he is fast and he does not have a lot of power. So you need to utilize what you have in order to make both of those things work.
Right. And this, like you said about the holes, like yes, there are like the offense has been a little like I mean the series against the Guardians, the offense was not great, but I think I'm going to give that more so credit to the Guardians pitching staff. They had three really good starters out on the mound that we had to go against. So I'm going to more so blame it on that. Just hopefully that doesn't linger too much against the Giants. Hopefully the offense can have a breakout game or two this weekend against the Giants. But the starting pitching has been incredible. I will say the starting pitching, I think, is how we thought the starting pitching would have been last year. I thought last year's was a little bit underwhelming. Like, I mean, the guys who are no longer here, Taj and Shane Baz, did not kind of take that next step that I was expecting. And this season, the guys we brought in to replace it, like, I mean, we've already gone into that, but Matz and Martinez have replaced Baj and Bradley and then some. So their success has helped make this team a lot better too. And we're back to kind of winning old Rays ways, the one run low score games. So
Well, in
this
in the same vein, I think like the middle infield is now a glaring hole with this team. Like Gavin Lux still hasn't played one game um,
it,
this season because he's been hurt the entire time. Taylor Walls was effective early on and has basically been non-existent recently. Ben Williamson has been what I would consider good defensively, and I think in a general sense, good defensively. Um, but like the offense still isn't there. Like when you lose someone like Brandon Lau, and then you really don't have anyone to be able to replace him, it creates an issue because other guys need to produce. And if those guys don't produce, then you're in a bad spot. Like Johnny DeLuca has been solid this season offensively. Jake Fraley, in a general sense, has been pretty solid. Not amazing, but pretty solid. Cedric Mullins has basically been an afterthought. Um,
he's becoming unplayable.
yeah, he is not good.
He at the plate is like it's getting to the point where DeLuca should be in regardless of who the starting
Yeah.
pitcher is.
Yeah, I mean, Fiducia's been Like he hasn't really played as much. Fortes has been the main guy, which is what I expected coming in. And Fortes has been solid this year, which is good. Like that's someone who I really wanted the Rays to kind of put their trust in, and they have, and that's really good. Same thing with DeLuca. The Rays have, I think, are putting more of their trust in DeLuca, and he is producing as people, myself included, expected him to. But like, I mean, outside of that, it's just the middle infield is such a glaring issue. And I know like maybe Gavin Lux fixes that problem when he gets back, but he's not back yet. Um like maybe Williamson develops more than we expect right now, shows a little bit more power, is more fun to watch in that aspect. But it's just I wish I wish that the Rays had a better solution for what they were doing with the middle infield to an extent, only because I'm a Sixers fan. The whole thing with them trading Jared McCain and them not finishing, like they basically traded him to try to get pieces to get another trade going, and they only completed half of it because they weren't able to get the other trade going. I feel like to an extent, the Rays came into the season with ideas on how to replace him and then never fully found the way to replace him. And maybe that's me thinking that it's the first month of the season and nothing's really manifested in terms of players, but it feels like they had an idea and then never finished the idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lux might have just been the idea and to platoon him with Williamson, which I don't hate. I mean, if Lux can bat around two, actually I don't know what is Lux's like career batting
He's
average.
a contact hitter. He's got kind of
That's
power, but
fine.
he's more of a contact hitter.
That's fine. If he's batting, his career batting average is 256. If he can bat like what 265, and Williamson can kind of be around that same ballpark, I'm fine with that. It's just right now, I mean, Palacios is he's another guy who started off the season really hot and he's come
Yeah.
back down to earth significantly. I mean, he's batting 213 now. Like I'm sorry, like and I don't know. I mean, the shortstop position as well. I mean, Ben Williamson has been a fantastic fielder. We talk a lot about the Rays defense in a negative light this so far this season, but he's been very surprisingly. He's made a couple bad throws. I'm not saying he's perfect, but that play in Cleveland, I think on Monday night, I mean, that was one of the best line drive catchers I've seen in a long time. Um, but no, I totally agree what you're saying. I mean, that's something that I always said when we were thinking about trading Belau. I mean, my first thought was we should just extend him instead of trading him. I know he only had one more year left, but we didn't have. It's not like there wasn't like a log jam at second base. We didn't have anybody to replace him. It's not like the first base position where we have Xavier Isaac and Trey Morgan, and I mean Yandy obviously. Well, Yandy DHs a lot now, but and Aranda. Um, but second base is wide open. Like it's not like we had some stud that was ready to. Like I mean, I think the best example of that was Adames and Wander. Like I mean, Adames, I don't think we ever really wanted to trade him, but we had Wander ready to come up, and so we had to trade him. We did the same thing with Belau, except there was nobody else to replace him. So I
Yeah.
totally get what you're saying there.
But like the Rays have solutions like where they don't necessarily have solutions at second base, and maybe Williamson just is that solution moving forward because he's controllable. Um, the Rays kind of have something at shortstop, but again, I just feel like coming into the season, I don't want to try to dwell on too many things, but someone like Jose Caballero probably would have been a better option if they had him and Williamson up the middle. It would have been a better option overall. But again, like he might have not even mattered in the grand scheme of things because the Rays want Carson Williams to work, and Carson Williams has been better in Durham than he was to begin his tenure there last year. And I know that the strikeout rate is down, but at the same token, he's not. I'm not fully convinced yet. Again, there is progress, but when you look at his small sample size in the big leagues, he hasn't quite adjusted to that. So I don't know if that means that he's not quite adjusted to things on the minor league side, and then that's not helping him on the major league side, or if he's fully adjusted on the minor league side and he just hasn't found a way to do that on the major league side.
No, yeah, I think Williamson has shown some real potential. I think I like the role he has on this team. But yeah, I do not understand why we traded Caballero. Like I really don't get that at all. Like once again, we didn't. I mean, I know we have Carson coming up, but he's not. I mean, he's close to
And also,
being a major
Cabby
league
was
player, but
controllable.
right, and he's
Cabby had like
decently cheap.
five,
Like,
yeah. He had like
and
5 years
it's
of control.
and we didn't get much for him. I mean, the guy we got for him, we DFA'd, and he's on the White Sox now. Like, I
Well,
know
and then they got
that
a
was a
prospect for him, but like who knows what's going to happen with the prospect? But that's going to be years. I mean, that guy I think, was in low A or single A, and now he's in high A. So like, it's going to be a bit before we see him if he even comes up.
right. And I never really understood that. And anyway, that's whatever. That's old news. But I agree that there is a glaring hole in the middle infield. Hopefully Carson can figure out whatever's going on. And hopefully he can come back soon because
Are you encouraged by him in Durham?
yeah, I need to look up
It
his
hasn't been anything flashy, but he's hit some homers recently. Like I mentioned, the K rate's down from where it was before, which is has always been the biggest glaring issue with Carson is that the K rate's way too high. I know that on like a defensive side of things, the defense was not as advertised in spring training and then at the start of the season as people expected him to be. So don't really know what's going to be happening with that moving forward. I'm sure that he will be fine in the grand scheme of things, but like, I mean, they like everything needs to work out in their favor in order to get the whole Carson thing working out because right now it's not quite at that point.
yeah, I mean yeah, 269 with 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, 341 OBP, which still is not great either. Yeah, he's not ready. I'm still not losing hope on him. He's 22 years old. He's still super young, obviously. It's frustrating because I think a lot of people thought that this would be the year where he would make the not his debut, but he would play his full season with the Rays. Maybe he wouldn't be spectacular, but he would be, you could see glimpses of him becoming that franchise shortstop, which I think will still happen. It's a little bit more delayed than we all expected, which is frustrating.
Yeah, that I agree with. Another minor league guy, Xavier Isaac, if you guys followed everything that happened with him in the offseason, thank God he's just playing baseball. Like the fact that he's healthy playing baseball is the most important thing here. So that's incredible to hear that he's doing as well as he can right now. And he's been a stud in terms of power for Montgomery recently. The I guess it's the Rays seem to be finding guys that have strikeout issues because he also has strikeout issues. But he's hit homers.
Except for the major league team though. We don't strike out much.
No,
Or
I mean
the
in a general sense, they have guys that like Junior's probably one of the worst offenders of it. But like Aranda doesn't strike out much. Yandy doesn't, or Aranda doesn't. I think is below league average, or it doesn't strike out a crazy amount. Yandy definitely doesn't. Uh, Chandler definitely doesn't. So there are guys that do not strike out at the big league level. I will agree with you on that.
I think we're like second to last in strikeout rate per 9 innings.
Well, what I
Maybe
do
it's a
know
factor.
is that Xavier Isaac earned Player of the Week honors. I'm almost positive he earned Player of the Week honors
Yeah,
because he hit like 6 home runs last week
we
or
have
something like that. He hit like five.
we have the second fewest strikeouts on the hitting side in the whole league. So yeah, no, that's
That I'm sure is also a massive and like a massive reason why they've been doing as well recently is just because they're putting the ball in play. They're working out walks and they're not striking out.
yeah. No, it's a huge it shouldn't be a surprise, but the things like that it leads to wins.
Yeah. But yeah, quickly on Isaac, he's hitting home runs at a torrid pace right now. So hopefully he'll be in AAA soon, and maybe we'll see him in the big leagues at some point later this year if everything if he goes absolutely off. But I think targeting that 2027 debut is probably what's going to happen with him.
Yeah, unless there's I assume that too, unless there's an injury or something.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean 259, 6 home runs. It's
he's
not
hitting
bad.
bombs. He's hitting
And
bombs.
he
Most
and he
important
hits them
thing.
a long way too.
So, the Rays going into this weekend, the Rays are playing the Giants. Some exciting stuff back in the Tampa Bay area. If you guys didn't see, the Rays are doing their Rays Rush specials throughout the season. Seems like every series they got something new going on. For the Giant series, they had $29 tickets in the Mate Next Sky Deck, which is the all you can eat section up in left field. I guess the 300 level, whatever you would consider it to be. So I know a lot of people have taken advantage of those, and for good reason, because that was a really, really good price. I think normal prices on the weekend specifically, I think Friday's still in that like $40 or like $46 range. And then the weekend goes up to like 70, 80, $90 depending on the opponent. Or it's at least 60. I think it's at least 68, and then it goes up from there potentially. But yeah, $29 the entire weekend is pretty freaking good.
I mean, even 70, 80, $90 is good for a ball game ticket and all you can eat. Like,
And also all you can drink except for liquor.
I mean, sign me up.
Yeah,
But
but I will say for the Blue Jay series coming up next week, if you guys want to take advantage of that, they have what was it like $19 tickets down the first base line. There's three different sections. Those tickets are normally what did I say? Like $31 and up on the weekdays and like $50 and up on the weekends. It's a weekday series, but still, I mean that's incredible value. It seems like the Rays are doing it in different parts. It's not like last year where it was just out in the outfield basically for the $20 tickets, and then they eventually included the Budweiser first base terrace stuff or the all you can eat stuff at Steinbrenner. But it seems like the Rays are doing things in different places, which is good.
so everybody can sit in every section at the most beautiful ballpark in this beautiful
Yeah,
country.
America's yeah, it is bright. It is very bright. It's incredibly bright. And also this weekend is the mini Trop light up giveaway. So for those that want to go get that, it's a good weekend to go.
Do they need more reasons?
I don't know if they do. Well, what about the pitching matchups? Maybe if they don't have enough
Yeah.
reasons, maybe the
I
pitching
mean,
matchups will convince them otherwise.
So we are recording this on Thursday. So tomorrow, Friday, is Robbie Ray versus Shane McClanahan. So what is this? Shane's second start back at the Trop? Second or third? I forget. Um, Third. And then it is Landon Roop versus Jesse Schultens on Saturday. Another 6:10 start on Saturday, which is that a new thing that I missed?
No, they normally the way that
Is,
it is um it's usually like a 4:05 and then like a 1:40.
that's what
Yeah, it's like it's
Saturdays
like a
were
four
always.
o'clock start and then like a 1:30, 1:40 start, and then I think normally the weekdays are well like 6:35, 6:40, maybe
Yeah.
7:05, 7:10.
But this is the second time this season the Saturday game has been at 6. I remember the Yankees game, what was that, 2 or 3 weeks ago, was at 6 o'clock too. And I remember, I mean, home games on Saturdays are always at 4:10. Like last week it was a 4:10 game. But anyway,
I think that there's a couple to start the season out that were like that, but most of them are 4:10.
it's strange. Huh. Anyways, and then Sunday is back to that 1:40 time. Tyler Mahle versus Steven Matz.
Should be pretty. I mean, the Saturday matchup might be a stinker.
Landon Roop is pretty darn good though. I
Okay,
was
well
one
then
of I only
I'm
I
not well versed enough on my
oh
Giants knowledge. So
he's North Carolina native. I only know that because I had an injury in my fantasy baseball rotation, so I needed a new guy, and he was available. And he's 5-1 with a 2.55 ERA and a .91 WHIP, so he's having a pretty heck of a season.
so then yeah, I mean it should be three solid outings then, no stinkers.
Yeah, no, it's and we're coming off an off day, which is extremely helpful. And I think the Giants played a doubleheader today, which is huge for us.
Are we gonna
Yeah,
figure out who they played the doubleheader against?
they're playing. Oh well, they're playing the Phillies. They played.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They lost to the Phillies in the first game, and they're starting the second
Yeah,
game at
Justin Crawford hit
5:35.
his second walk-off of the year.
Nice. But
Notable.
that in and of itself is huge. I mean, they're playing a doubleheader, and then they have to travel down to Tampa and no off day. Like that's a should expect to win tomorrow just based on that, I think.
Yeah, I mean
Their
that
bullpen
checks
should
out on
be
my end.
their bullpen should be shredded. They'll probably have to call up a guy. But yeah, and I mean they're 13 and 17. Like our boy Willie's coming home though.
Yeah, I
Can we
mean
bring
I
him
think
back?
I mean Adamas has been back at the Trop since he's been traded, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he was
because it's
back.
been like 6 years. There's no way that he hasn't.
Yeah, he was back with the Brewers, I think.
Okay.
Um,
But it's not like it's happened a lot because of the fact that he's been in the NL.
right. Exactly. Yeah, no, you're right on that. You're right with that. Can we bring him back? I mean, he's not had a good start to the season, but just for vibes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down, even though, well, maybe he'll actually be able to see the roof this time because it's bright.
Is that a theory? I mean,
No, no, that was the thing. He said it. He was like, I
no, no,
couldn't
no.
see the
Is that
ball.
was that ever thrown around as the reasoning because you couldn't see because it was so
Well, no,
dark?
but that was
Like,
the thing that he said, and a couple of guys said that like they couldn't see it, but now that the roof is a lot brighter because they had been using, I mean, literally the same canvas. You have to realize that over what it opened up in 1990, so that over like 34 years probably had had significant wear to it,
mhm.
and also probably got a lot darker over time. So now this new roof being brand new is a lot brighter to start things out, and we'll probably get, I would assume, unless it's a different material or whatever it is, I would assume it'll kind of get weathered in the same way over time. I just don't think probably not that much in a couple years.
Yeah. But yeah, should be a good series. Giants are kind of struggling though. They're 13 and 17, so I think not going to get confident, but or too cocky. But I think we should take 2 out of 3. I think that's fair. I think Saturday's probably the likely loss. I need to know. I'm not sure how Robbie Ray's been pretty good. He's actually no, he's been really good so far. I did not know that. Another tough pitching matchup. Same thing with the Guardians early this season or early this
The
week.
Rays have had a lot of good pitching matchups recently and have also faced a lot of top prospects, including Travis Bazzana.
Yeah,
Because,
Bizarre.
if that didn't need to persist any further, just in the first freaking month of the year, They had JJ Weatherholt. They had Noah Schultz, the pitcher for the White Sox, and then they had Bazana, and they faced them in the first month of the year. All three of them are like top 45 prospects in baseball.
And never forget when Roman Anthony made his debut against us in
Everyone makes the like. Is it me or does everyone? This is side thing, but I want to address this. Every fucking
the
top prospect makes their debut against the Rays. Like it's not even funny at this point. Like it's almost like they because Trey Savage did it, Christian Scott did it, Roman Anthony did. That's three guys last year and
oh,
three guys in the first month of this year.
if it's a pitcher, you can chalk that up to a win,
But
regard. Like I don't care. I remember. I
that's
think
six guys in two
did
years.
did Noah Cameron for the Royals do that last year too? Do you remember his performance against us last
Did
year? He
he
went
did he
like
make his
six.
debut against the Rays?
I don't know if it was his debut, but he went like
Like,
six no hit innings.
am I going crazy in thinking that like it is weirdly abnormal that so many top prospects are making their debut against the Rays? Like I'm not just pulling this out of my ass.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was against. Yeah, no, I was dead right on that. It was against the Rays last. Whoa, that's actually crazy. Holy shit!
what?
It was a year ago today
What that this here wait,
that
who is this
that
again?
Noah Cameron made his MLB debut. What are the odds on that? Is insane. That's a
Let me look up
weird.
Noah Cameron because
But no, he took a no
is he
hitter into the
still a
seventh inning.
prospect?
I don't know how much of it.
No, he's pitched a decent amount. I don't know where was he at in the road in the prospect.
I don't
Just
know.
look
I
for
just
that.
remember he had. I mean, he shoved. He took a no hitter into the seventh inning. He went six and a third hitless and scoreless.
But like, I gotta be. I mean, there's gotta be something with that. That's really weird. Oh, Cameron is their fifth overall prospect right now, according to MLB Pipeline. So
So
like,
yeah,
every guy that I've mentioned for the most part has been like the guy. Like
yeah.
this
I
is
don't.
so. It's just so weird.
I kind of get it from the pitching side, just because the Rays typically do have weaker offenses and better pitching staffs, but I don't really understand it in terms of the hitting side because of that
I'm
reasoning.
just confused. But like it lines up all the time. I mean, we just named how many guys was that we just named? Seven guys?
In the last year,
Yeah, like year and a month.
and they're all top 50
Isn't that a
prospects,
little bit
or not
weird?
50, but yeah,
That's a
no, it's
little bit
strange.
peculiar that it's that there's been that many. And again, none of these guys are like maybe Christian Scott is the only guy that like could be perceived as a scrub, but I wouldn't consider him a scrub.
Yeah,
So
they're all good. Yeah, I can't
wasn't there
explain that.
wasn't there a guy on the was it didn't George Kirby make his MLB debut against the Rays? Am I going crazy and thinking that? Like like Aaron Nola made his debut again. I mean, this was like a decade ago. I was there to see it, but Aaron Nola made his debut against the Rays. Completely random.
Yeah, George Kirby did.
What the frick?
He went six shutout, allowing four
Like
hits. I mean, it's
this
automatic.
is
If the
there's I
if
don't know what the stats are on this, but there's got to be something on like how many times that a semi decent to elite prospect has made their debut against the Rays. Because I know Kirby was a couple years ago, but like it is so uncanny and kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. It's very something that I wish wasn't happening as is, but I can't help it at this point. But going back to the Giants series, because I don't think that there's any top prospects that the Giants are going to call up, hopefully, or hopefully. Um, who do you like? How are you feeling about the series? What do you think that the Rays need to do in order to keep the winning ways going?
I think tomorrow's probably going to be the flip game because I think Saturday is probably like in terms of the Vegas odds, I'd say Saturday the Giants are going to be favored, and then Sunday I'd say we are going to be favored. So just based on those odds, I think we're probably going to win on Sunday, and then we're probably going to lose on Saturday. But if Shane can give us six quality innings, like I mean, it was awesome that he got a win two what was that 2 starts ago, I think. And his numbers still aren't bad at all. Like there's still a lot more in the tank that I think he has yet to show us, but he's still there. Like there are glimpses of the old Shane, the pre-injury Shane. And his once again, his numbers are still not bad. And I mean, if you asked him, he probably would say they're horrendous and he needs to be much better. But I think tomorrow is going to be like I said, the flip game. If we can get to Robbie, do what we did against the Guardians in the Monday and Tuesday game. I know we didn't score a lot of runs, but we were able to get those starting pitchers out decently early. Considering, I mean, like we said, Bybee and who was the blanking on the Cleveland guy's name again? Oh, Parker Messick. That's right. Um, keys of the series continue to not strike out. I know that's as dumb as that sounds, but just continue to make them work um, and draw walks. Especially considering, like we said, their bullpen should be pretty depleted after playing a doubleheader and no off day, and they travel. So
Mm.
um, get to their bullpen. If we can get to their bullpen early tomorrow, that'd be huge for the rest of the series.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I echo all that sentiment. I know Gibby gave some good stuff earlier. I mean, yeah, just capitalize on solid pitching, find ways to have the bullpen continue to be effective. Um, Utilize small ball to the best of your advantage. Like, lay down bunts, hit and run, steal, that sort of stuff. If the Rays can continue to do that, and then just strong performances from guys like Junior didn't really do anything crazy in that series, but like if Junior can do some big things this weekend, that'll certainly help out. Uh, there's some milestones potentially on the horizon. Yandy Diaz is only 5 hits away from 1,000 in his career, and he'll be relatively close to, or he's getting close to 1,000 hits as a Ray, which I think he's all-time fourth place now. But he'll be, I would assume, the fourth player in race history to have 1,000 hits with them, which is pretty damn impressive. So he's getting close to that. He'll probably, if everything goes well, he'll hit the 1K mark with the Rays later this season. He'll hit the 1K mark here just in his career in the next couple days if everything works out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so who are your players for this series?
It's one more key, I guess,
Yeah, yeah.
and more stats to throw out there as well. The Giants are the last in the league. Their offense is struggling. Their average actually isn't terrible. Their average is 12th in the league, but they are dead last in home runs, RBIs, and runs scored. So that's another thing to keep in mind, I think, considering our rotation has been really strong, like we've already covered. Our bullpen is kind of trending on the right direction. If we can just scratch across four runs in each of the games, I think that should be enough considering the Giants' struggles at the plate this season. I mean, they have 99 runs. The Mets are next closest at 106. So, yeah, if we can just claw across 4 or 5 runs every game, I think that should be enough for a
Mm.
sweep. But my pick a player, you can well, you go first. You
Yeah,
always go
I mean,
last.
Bilal posthumously. I mean, he's not dead, but
How is Bilal
I don't
doing?
know. But he's always there.
I haven't
Uh,
I haven't seen his stats in a while.
yeah, so just him in spirit, and
He's come
then
down to earth. Do you want him to be good or do you want him to be bad? That's a
I
good
don't
question.
know. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
It's like, do you want him to be good just because you love him so much, or do you want him to be bad because
I
you
mean,
just
at this point, they're not playing the Rays anymore, so like I could give a shit as to what the Pirates do. As long as he's still successful, then that's all I care about.
batting 245, 336 OBP, and 7 home runs. So he 19 RBIs. He came down to earth a little bit.
I mean, that's
Um,
about what he's done in his career in a general sense. I think
yeah,
last year was kind of an anomaly of that because he was hitting really well average wise and then came down to earth towards the end of the year.
his career batting average is 247, so 2 points below that.
Yeah.
So you're spot on with that.
Yeah, but like in all reality, who do I want to go with? Chandler, because I want him to hit line drives and ground balls and not fly balls. So we'll go with Chandler, and then we will. I don't know how many times Sulcer's going to be used in this series, but oh, dude, where you
No,
still gonna
take
pick
him,
him?
take him. Yeah, definitely take him.
Yeah, I think he probably won't pitch tomorrow. He'll probably pitch Saturday or Sunday, but considering that the Rays need him desperately, I would love for him to have more good outings in the bullpen.
Nice. Is it who should I go with? I'm gonna go with we're facing what? Two righties and Robbie's a lefty, so I'm not gonna go. I was gonna go with Valade if we were facing two lefties. Who should I go? I'll go with. I don't want to go with so. I'll go with Richie. I go with Richie. Like I said, we're facing two righties. I assume he'll probably get in the lineup at least 2 or 3 games. We kind of covered that he is fallen off the last couple of weeks after a really hot start to the season, but I don't know. I'm thinking maybe a couple maybe not a couple multi-hit games might be a little bit much, but I don't know. Just he's gonna make a difference. He's gonna get a big stolen base, maybe even a pinch run situation where we're down one, maybe in the Saturday game. We get on base late in the eighth inning. He pinch runs and he steals a base and comes around to score or something like along those lines. And then on the pitching side, I'll go with Schultens. I don't know. Like you covered him a little bit earlier. He's been I think a pleasant surprise. 3.20 ERA, 1.12 WHIP with 19.2 innings. Like he's been pretty solid, darn good, and filling a hole that is much needed at this point in terms of the rotation and or not a hole, but he's filled a hole left by injuries, not because of talent,
Yeah.
I guess. So just continue to eat up innings. If you can go out there and give 5 or 6 strong innings, give up a couple runs, that'd be huge.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so the last things that I have are updates on other sports. Ruben Bain, welcome to the Bucks. The Lightning can't beat the Canadians, and I'm really pissed off about that because you already know my feelings on the city of Montreal and Quebec as a whole. Um, which,
And we are going head on.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. The Flyers and Canes are going at it.
We are.
I am so ready to be
Let's
swept, but it's
let's
okay
dance. No, I'm just kidding. No, the
because we
Flyers
beat
are.
the Penguins, and I hate Sidney Crosby.
Yeah,
So thank God.
you guys won the Pennsylvania Civil War. That was a heck of a series.
I was
I don't
I mean I was on pins and needles last night, but they won, so that's all that matters.
that shot was off the pipe is always cool.
Yeah,
It always
Cam
sounds
Cam
so
York,
cool.
and then he throws the stick into the stands.
Yeah, that was I mean
I mean, the
and
crowd pop on that. Like I watched the video, the crowd pop on that was nuts.
yeah, that was crazy. And I mean the Penguins dominated that OT. The entire OT was in the Pens
Doesn't
offensive
matter,
zone.
they
And
lost.
then Martrone got that sick look and then like right
Oh
out and
yeah, yeah, he had the open net and then he bottled it.
it was a great save by it wasn't a great shot by him, but it was a great save by what Slovis, and then yeah, York absolutely nuked that from the blue line. So congratulations on your series win.
Yes, I needed that. But more importantly, let's go Bolts because I hate the Canadians.
Yeah,
Please,
just
please
go.
find a way.
But I mean, well, I guess this favors the Bolts. What I'm about to say, but go seven. I don't care who wins, just go seven because that those games have been awesome. Those
Okay.
games have been so
Oh, I
good.
thought you meant I don't care who wins game six, and I'm like, well, if one team wins game six, then that means the series is
Oh
over.
no, I don't care who wins the series. But all these series are awesome. The Stars Wild is one of the best series I think I've ever seen. The Oilers Ducks, I mean, can McDavid lead that team back from a 3-1 lead, like or deficit? Like everything has been awesome.